today we're headed home, and it's about 7:30 in the morning. Just chatted with the guy that is on that trimaran. He just beached it last night to clean the bottom this morning. We're going to motor up to Porlier Pass, and that'll get us through with a little bit of a push with current, and then sail across the straits, hopefully, the Strait of Georgia, and then a motor up the river. So it shouldn't be too long of a day, but I'm still expecting that we won't get back till about 5 o'clock or so. We ended up getting away from the mooring buoy a little bit later than I'd hoped, and it's about 9:30. So we made a last minute decision to go through Active Pass instead of Porlier Pass, because by the time I get to Porlier, it's actually 10 miles. I thought it was about 6 to 8, but it's 10 from Montague Harbor, and we would be going through right at max flood, which was almost 8 knots. I don't want to go through there with 8 knots of current pushing me through. So Active Pass is just around the corner from Montague, just to the south. The wind's out of the northwest. That's the reason I wanted to go to Porlier, because the wind is out of the northwest. And this way, going through Active Pass, the wind will be a little bit more on our nose. One of the things you have to time around here is getting through these passages. I don't think there's any clouds in the sky today, so it's going to be nice. Had a lot of fun at Montague. The bus ride up to the pub was super fun. The beaches were really nice. The walk yesterday was really nice. And definitely a spot I'd recommend going for a couple of days, or a few days. So we're just enjoying a leisurely sail across the Strait of Georgia, doing about just over 5 knots, and we're almost right on course for the mouth of the Fraser River. The sea conditions are actually quite nice. I expected them to be a little worse, but it is supposed to build today, the wind and sea conditions, later today, I guess. We're going to be a bit early for the mouth of the Fraser, but we're just going to go for it anyways. And it's a pretty big tide today, so hopefully that means we'll get a bit of a push even though we're early. We just rolled out the head sail because in case it suddenly increases to stronger winds, I thought we would just leave the main down. And we're not in that big a hurry to get to the river. We have about 7 miles to go. If it does get really windy suddenly, we've only got the head sail up. And we sail really well under head sail alone. And the main sail is more for balance and giving you that 2 sail effect with the slot effect. On a friend's boat that he races on, the mainsail is so small, they call it the trim tab. But I have other friends that have race boats as well, or other sailboats, and the mainsail is the driver, because it's quite large. So every boat's a little different. But we're doing 5.6 knots. And it's a 140 Genoa. And it's quite comfortable right now. We're not overpowered at all. So we have a bit of current, about, well, over 2 knots against us, because we're early. But we're on a nice beam reach with just the head sail still. So we're doing 3.5 knots, and we're just entering the river now. There's a really nice leisurely sail across the strait. And we'll just keep sailing until we can't sail anymore. On a beam reach, it's nice because you've got really easy maneuverability to either go to port or to starboard. And I'm just going to hug the starboard cans all the way up until the wind runs out. Usually once I get past Steveston, the wind will die off. It's a little more protected by that point, and we usually have to start motoring. Someone's on the bellboy. How much longer?
I don't know.
Oh, I guess I'll have to teach you how to. I guess I'll have to teach you how to read that.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit. Just straight over there.
Yeah. Can we do one more time? Just to make sure it's good. It's getting there used to it. Okay, ready? Come on up. Come on.
Okay, are you ready for the video?
It's been recording the whole time. it back to the marina, and we got in around 4:30. It's almost 5 o'clock now. The wind was really blowing, so it was a real hot docking, I call it. You know, when you come in fast and got to do it quick before the wind blows you off. I always say if you're not bored when you're docking your boat, you're doing it wrong. I don't like to have too much excitement when I'm docking, so sometimes you can't help it though when the wind is blowing like it is. And what was awesome is that we got to sail all the way up to just outside the marina here. And we could have sailed up to the dock, but we would have been coming in at 6 knots. So we didn't do that. But that's the first time I've sailed up the river all the way. And usually, like I said earlier, when I have sailed up the river, the wind sort of gets blocked by too many buildings and land by the time I pass Steveston, or shortly after Steveston, which is about 5 miles up the river. But today it was just strong winds all the way up, and we were able to sail the entire 15 miles. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed coming along for the trip, and love to hear the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you subscribe. And that's it. I think I'm going to go make some dinner, clean the boat off a bit, and spend some more time with the kids. And we'll see you guys on the next video.